Welcome to Lesson 3.3, Strategic Self-Introduction, the SEAT Method and Storytelling Mastery. In this lesson, we'll focus on crafting impactful self-introductions that set the tone for your entire interview. Think of your self-introduction as the opening act of a world-class performance. It's your chance to capture attention, build rapport, and position yourself as the ideal candidate, all within the first 60 to 90 seconds. By the end of this lesson, you'll master two powerful approaches: the SEAT method for structured, concise introductions and the origin story technique for creating emotional connections. Let's get started. Imagine a skilled performer stepping onto a stage. Their opening act sets the tone for the entire show. Similarly, your self-introduction is the opening act of your interview. It's not just an icebreaker, it's your opportunity to make a lasting first impression. Most candidates stumble here, either rambling about irrelevant details or reciting their resume. But a strategic self-introduction positions you as the ideal candidate right from the start. For example, instead of saying, "I've worked in marketing for 5 years," you could say, "I'm a marketing professional with expertise in brand storytelling and digital engagement, two areas I noticed are key priorities in your job description." This approach immediately communicates your value and sets the stage for a successful interview. A strategic self-introduction is a carefully crafted 60 to 90-second response that serves multiple purposes. It positions you as the ideal candidate, demonstrates preparation, and creates rapport with the interviewer. Think of it as your professional elevator pitch. It's not just about summarizing your experience. It's about selectively presenting information that builds a compelling case for why you're the right fit for the role. For example, if you're interviewing for a leadership role, your introduction might highlight your ability to lead cross-functional teams and drive strategic initiatives. This positions you as someone who can deliver value in the specific context of the role. The SEAT method is a structured framework for crafting self-introductions. It ensures your response is comprehensive yet concise. Here's how it works. S. Skills, 20 seconds. Highlight 2 to 3 skills directly relevant to the job. E. Experience, education, 15 seconds. Share your most relevant background. A. Achievement, 15 seconds. Present one quantifiable accomplishment. T. Type of person, 10 seconds. Describe your work style and values. For example, if you're applying for a product manager role, you might say, "I'm a product management professional with expertise in agile development and user experience optimization. Over the past 6 years, I've led product development for both B2B and B2C applications, most recently launching features that increased user engagement by 85%. I thrive on turning user feedback into actionable improvements and building collaborative relationships across teams." This response is clear, concise, and directly aligned. An origin story is a compelling narrative about a formative experience that shaped your professional path. It's an alternative to the SEAT method, designed to create emotional connections and demonstrate authentic passion. For example, if you're applying for a healthcare administration role, your origin story might begin with a personal experience. "When I was 16, my grandmother spent 3 weeks in the hospital after a stroke. I noticed how the administrative efficiency of the staff directly impacted her comfort and recovery. That experience inspired me to pursue a career in operations management, where I've spent the past 8 years improving processes to free up resources for better patient care." This approach not only highlights your qualifications but also connects them to a meaningful story, making you more memorable. A strong self-introduction isn't just about what you say, it's also about how you say it. This brings us to the 3-layer communication strategy. 1. Content, the actual words and information you share. 2. Structure, how you organize your message, using frameworks like SEAT or a story arc. 3. Delivery, your energy, confidence, and authenticity. For example, a well-structured SEAT introduction delivered with enthusiasm and confidence will leave a far stronger impression than a generic, monotone response. Remember, your delivery is just as important as your content. Most candidates fall into the trap of summarizing their experience, essentially reciting their resume. But strategic candidates focus on positioning. Positioning means selectively presenting information that builds a compelling case for why you're the right fit. For example, instead of saying, "I've worked in finance for 7 years," you could say, "I'm a financial analyst with expertise in ESG evaluation and risk assessment, capabilities that are increasingly critical as sustainable investing becomes mainstream." This approach not only highlights your qualifications but also aligns them with the company's priorities. Mastering self-introductions is critical for several reasons. First impression amplification. Interviewers form lasting impressions within the first 30 seconds. Cognitive anchoring effect. Your introduction sets the reference point for how they evaluate you. Conversation control. Guides the interviewer toward your strengths. Confidence building. Reduces anxiety and builds momentum. Differentiation. Sets you apart from generic candidates. For example, a strong self-introduction can make the difference between being remembered as the candidate with great ideas versus just another applicant. Now it's time to put these concepts into practice. Follow these steps to craft your self-introduction. 1. Analyze the job description and company values. 2. Identify your most relevant skills, experiences, and achievements. 3. Choose your approach, seat method or origin story. 4. Practice and refine your delivery for confidence and authenticity. For example, if you're applying for a creative director role, your seat introduction might highlight your ability to blend creative intuition with data-driven insights, while your origin story could focus on a formative experience that sparked your passion for marketing. And with that, you've completed Lesson 3.3, Strategic Self-Introduction, the Seat Method and Storytelling Mastery. Congratulations! You now have the tools to craft impactful self-introductions that position you as the ideal candidate. Remember, your self-introduction is your opening act. Use the seat method or origin story to make a strong first impression, and practice regularly to refine your delivery. On behalf of all of us at LearnYa Skills, thank you for your hard work. We're excited to see how you apply these skills to transform your career. For more resources, visit us at www.learnyaskills.com. See you in the next lesson.